Greetings and welcome to On the Table. We're broadcasting on RTM Click and MyTV's Berita RTM channel 123, which is also live streaming on YouTube. I'm your host, Otto Othman. On tonight's episode, in the next 30 minutes, we'll be, of course, discussing on the participations of the National Farmers Organization, or NAFAS, in the Malaysian Agriculture, Horticulture and also Agro-Tourism Exhibition Maha 2024 that was held between the 11th and 22nd September 2024 at MAIPS Serdang. Now we welcome to the studio NAFAS General Manager Muhammad Faris Arifin into the studio. Thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
Now, before we even start, I'd just like to congratulate first on your success in achieving almost 1 million in sales during the exhibition.
Thank you.
How does that make you feel?
Yeah, of course, we were very happy as a team. We managed to achieve that after so much Maha that we have participated. So this year is Maha 100 years. So kind of like, I would say, interesting to achieve this significant milestone during this Maha 100 years.
I would like to say as well, congratulations on being the General Manager also of NAFAS as well.
Thank you.
You've just held this title since last year.
Last year, correct.
And I think having more than, 400,000 active members in the organization is kind of a daunting task. So how does that even, make you feel as well?
Yeah, okay. Of course, NAFAS being the apex body of the three-tier farmers organizations throughout Malaysia. So we are the apex body for 14 state-level farmers organizations and also 280 area farmers organizations throughout Malaysia. So of course, it's a daunting task, but of course, I'll take it on a stride for me to help the agenda of the current Madani government to reform the agriculture industry as a whole.
Well, thank you very much for that. Now, which goes down to my next question over here. Now, NAFAS main goals. What is the main goals for NAFAS?
Okay, specifically for Maha, of course, representing the interests of our farmers at the national level to advocate, for the policies and programs that will benefit the farmers. Of course, we from NAFAS, we needed to be there at the Maha, right? Because this is the largest event of the Agriculture Ministry. So over there, of course, normally from the previous Maha, we will be given a big pavilion for us to showcase and brand the farmers organization, but this year we switched the tactical a little bit, so we spread over our booth at 5 different zones, and this year's target is to get more sales out of these exhibitions. Yeah.
Well, you mentioned sales, yes, almost 1 million in sales. I mean, how does that even, how do you even achieve that? It's not only about sales, but then again, achieving that is definitely a significant aspect in NAFAS. But what does that actually mean in your perspective?
Okay, so basically, we managed to achieve that, of course, with the support of the ministry and also all the other agencies, other relevant agencies involved in, making this year's Maha a success. So with over 5.5 million visitors recorded for this year's event, so of course, we had this kind of like golden opportunity to get this kind of sales. So spreading over 5 booths, over 5 zones, so we managed to showcase and sell all the Pladang brands that is that is within our guardianship. Yeah, so we were selling fertilizers, agricultural inputs, poultry, frozen products, and you name it. So all of this, managed to get, very warm reception from the crowds. Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, moving on to our next question here. How does actually NAFAS participation in Maha benefit local farmers? And given that it's nationwide farmer network and also involvement in agriculture-related businesses, how does it actually work?
Okay, so first of all, like I said previously, so Maha being the largest event under the Agriculture and Food Security Ministry. So of course we use and utilize this opportunity to, I would say, brand and position the farmers' organizations properly. So this is the time where we showcase all the farmers' organizations' activities, all the farmers' organizations' product, and having lots of activities throughout the nation. So with this, participation of all the smallholder farmers product under Pladang brand, that we help them to sell at Maha. So this kind of like, actually there is a Pladang brand. We were selling like 2-in-1 coffee. We were selling like amplang of fish crackers. We were selling like, specialty chemicals, specialty fertilizers, and also other agricultural inputs over there. So having this visibility actually helps, the farmers' organizations to portray themselves as a, capable entity to help the government in terms of portraying the healthy activities in the agriculture industry. Yeah.
What's also great is that you have all these new products, innovative products being showcased at the exhibition. Now, I would like to ask as well, where there are new initiatives or collaborations launched by NAFAS, were there any initiatives or collaboratives under NAFAS?
Okay, so basically for this Maha, we managed to launch 2 products. So one is Pladang 25, which is a slow release fertilizer. So this fertilizer is actually a new and innovative product from one of our subsidiaries. So this product actually can reduce the consumption of chemicals, but at the same time improve the yield on your crop. So this product can be used on various crops. So that is one. And the second is we also promote our city agriculture kit. Wow. So it kind of like a small kit where you have all you need within that small box.
I want that.
Yeah, of course. So
it's a missed opportunity for me, but yeah, okay, all right.
Okay.
So aside from that, what are the strategies that NAFAS use to actually promote sustainable agricultural practices?
Okay, so like the product that we launched during the Maha. So basically, with more innovations in terms of coming out with new innovative products that can help reduce the chemical consumption that will harm our soil, especially for monocrops. So this is the time where we showcase our capabilities in terms of the R&D, coming out with new products that can actually improve your yield, and at the same time helping the soil health as well. Yeah, so that is one of the ways that we can help to promote sustainable agriculture practice.
Now, what about the Maha Go Global segment over here? How did the Maha Go Global segment actually facilitate engagement between Malaysian entrepreneurs and foreign exhibitors? What insights or feedback did NAFAS gather from this agreement or this segment?
Oh, okay. So basically, in Maha Go Global hall, we actually portray all the new and latest products, such as from amplang fish crackers from Sabah, from our smallholder farmers in Sabah, and various 2-in-1 drinks, sachet, as well as our own fertilizers product. So we actually received quite generous feedback from various agriculture players from Japan, from Thailand, Myanmar, and Cambodia. So now we are in advanced talks with them in terms of potential collaborations. Yeah.
Wow. Well, with that, of course, there's a lot more that we can discuss, and we'll be going for a very short break in just a moment. And then when we come back, we'll still talk to Faris Arifin, NAFAS General Manager. back to On the Table with our guest today, Encik Muhammad Arifin. He is also the General Manager of National Farmers Organisation, NAFAS. Thank you once again for being with us today. Now, moving on to the next question. Now, Agriculture and Food Security Minister Datuk Sri Muhammad Sabu mentioned that the Maha exhibition aimed to promote sustainable agriculture practices, all right, in line with the Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs. Now, what strategies does NAFAS employ actually to encourage these practices once again?
Okay, so being the apex of farmers' organizations, so of course we have quite a big responsibility to educate and advocate sustainable agriculture practices to our farmers throughout the nation. So of course throughout the government contracts that NAFAS receive from the government, especially in terms of supplying the subsidized fertilizers and agricultural inputs to our paddy farmers, nearly 200,000 of them throughout Malaysia, and they are also our farmer members, for our farmers organizations throughout Malaysia. So we held periodically the transfer of technology program so that we can, educate them on how to follow accordingly the rice check, follow accordingly the good practices, the best practices for paddy farming. So this is one of the ways that we help the government in terms of educating the grassroots levels of farmers. Apart from that, is also of course to come out with new and innovative modern techniques, modern machineries, modern technologies that can be applied successfully in our agriculture industry. So, for example, the utilization of drone to spread the fertilizers throughout the paddy farm and also any other crops, as well as utilizing IoT to monitor your plants in real time. So those kind of stuff are the ones that we always advocate to our farmer members.
Mm-hmm. So it's not only about just exhibiting the products, but also training them as well, introducing new products to the organization as well, organization members. Now, how does actually NAFAS sales at Maha 2024 compare to previous years, and what future strategies will be informed by the data?
Okay, all right. So basically, from the previous Maha, we were more focused on exhibiting and portraying what NAFAS business actually are to the crowds or to the visitors. So we had like one big pavilion to portray the whole value chain in paddy, specifically where we involve in. But for this year's, we pivoted to other tactics, which is to spread to 5 booths over five zones. So this is where we put the products strategically. So I think the tactical actually paid off. So we managed to sell our agricultural machineries for more than 700,000 ringgit.
Wow.
And then for poultry, frozen products, and also our fertilizers and any other agricultural inputs that we brought over to Maha, we managed to get nearly 200 plus thousand ringgit. Yeah,
so you managed to sell even equipment during the exhibition.
Correct.
As well.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Aside from that, Encik Arifin, with Maha 2024 attracting 5 million visitors, how does NAFAS actually evaluate its success at the exhibition, and how did Maha actually contribute NAFAS' broader goals of supporting agriculture modernization?
Okay, all right. So basically, from the data from the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, so from the 5.5 million visitors, the total sales was about 48.6 million ringgit. And we had about 81 MOUs and MOAs, which total up about 7.2 billions. So, of course, this, I would rate it as a very successful event held by the ministry. So, kudos to them, and also for the NAFAS team as well for participating in it with our participation and involvement, and also to all the farmer members who came over and visited all the, all those various stalls at Maha. So as for us, I think the critical key indicators for this year's Maha should be the sales, of course, the amount of visitors that shows, interest, that signifies the interest from Malaysians for agriculture industry as a whole, as well as the international engagement that we receive from the international players, as well as the technology collaboration. So from I think from these few critical indicators, I would rate this year's Maha is a very and highly successful event. Yeah.
Now, we've already discussed with regards to Nafa's plan in this, and then you managed to almost achieve 1 million in sales. Yep. We heard that some equipment were also sold during the exhibition. Also, you are organizing what do you call this, trainings as well. Yep. For the members, like 400, more than 400,000 active members in the organization. And finally, we discussed also with regards to the modernization of agriculture. Now, what are the key challenges facing the agricultural sector discussed at Maha, and how did the event actually provide a platform for farmers to voice their concerns?
Okay, so if I were to single out one particular areas that I'm very interested in is actually how to attract the young talents or young crowds into this agriculture industry. So take it for example, in our farmers organization, out of those nearly 500,000 farmer members, only 13% are below 40 years old. So we actually, in Malaysia, we actually have quite an aging farmers society, right? So from this, I think what we would need to help the government is actually in terms of promoting the agriculture industry to the younger crowds and telling them that, with the stigma that agriculture used to be for low-income earners, agriculture industry is all about 3D jobs and whatnot. But I think with all these latest and advancement in terms of agriculture technologies, agriculture innovations, I think the agriculture industry can be made sexier, I would say. Yeah, so basically with the usage of drone, with the usage of IoT, with the usage of, all these real-time sensors, with the, and of course coupled with, the high income that you can generate from the agriculture industry, I think those would be the factors that would attract the younger crowds. And also, for example, recently, the government has launched the fresh export of durian to China. So now we, the farmers from Malaysia, can export fresh durian to China directly. So can you imagine, like, one durian, Musangking durian, you can sell at 350 ringgit. Yeah, so...
And that's for just one particular grade.
Yeah.
We have a whole lot of ranges of grades, right?
Right, correct, yeah.
So is it like only one sort, let's say, for example, a durian, is it only one for one particular, or is that there are a couple more varieties that can be sold to China?
Okay, so taking for example, because we from NAFAS, we always try to advocate and support government agenda and aspirations within this agriculture and food security industry. So for the trade balance, especially for pineapples as well, we are still very much lacking in terms of supplying or catering up to the demand. So we are currently exporting nearly 1 billion ringgit worth of pineapples, but actually the demand is about 5 or 6 billion ringgit. So there are still, I would say, opportunities there. Yeah. So apart from pineapples, there are lots of other fruits, tropical fruits from Malaysia that has piqued interest from various, importers outside of the country.
What would you say would be one of the favorites to be exported to other countries?
if I were to pick right now, then of course first will be durian and second would be pineapple.
Pineapple.
Yeah.
So Malaysia is a good climate to actually harvest pineapple, to farm pineapple as well.
Correct. Yeah.
Now, you mentioned about the challenges with regards to the younger generation. Do you really think that having drones and new technology is actually, how you put it, sexier in a way? Has that already been applied, and has it actually managed to attract the younger generation to farming in particular? And farming has a lot of, we discussed this off air as well, farming has a lot of different varieties as well.
Correct.
We're not only focused on land, but also, like what you said, it's horticulture and many other things, from fish farming. And yeah, so how do you actually manage to attract the younger generation? And has it already been a success?
Yep. Okay, of course, for the young generations, of course, when they are, finding the opportunities or jobs, we would always, incentivized by the money. Okay, so of course, what we need to portray that agriculture industry can actually be a good source of income, either passive or active, right, for this younger generation. So, of course, not only, you have to plant durian or pineapples to get that kind of money, but, of course, you can also invest in, aquaculture, you can invest in various other, agro-based food industries.
So you're saying that NAFAS also promotes in a way that you should invest as well. Aside from just being a farmer, you can also invest in farming as well.
Yes, correct. Yeah, that would be another source of income, for the young generation to have, extra cash lying around. Yeah, so because now it used to be, the era of digitalization, so everybody would like to, invest in digital technologies and whatnot. But then after post-COVID era, I would say, so when more countries are realizing that, actually food security is one of the main agendas that we need to emphasize. Lots of investment has been poured into this agriculture industry. So I could see that this agriculture industry would be growing more and more in the future. Yeah, because like it or not, people will go back to basics. Yeah, which is food.
Food, definitely. Yeah. Food is definitely. So how would you say our food security here in Malaysia, according to your own data? Do you think we have enough to support the nation under your organization?
Okay, so one of the key things, one of the staple food for Malaysians are rice. So of course, NAFAS being one of the main players in terms of supplying subsidized fertilizers and agricultural and other agriculture inputs, crop management products to eligible farmers throughout Malaysia, nearly 200,000 of them. So of course, paddy would be one of the areas that I think the country is having much difficulties in terms of getting the SSR towards 100%. So for the time being, the SSR, the self-sufficiency ratio for rice is about 60%. So that is something that we need to look on as well. So on how to improve this so that, if anything happens, yeah, so we have enough rice to cater for our citizens.
And that's good. Now, we're back to the youth now. What is your target to actually attract the younger generation in the organization? What is your actual target? Since that you mentioned it's 13% mostly of aging community.
Yep, correct.
So what is your target for either next year or this year to attract more younger generation in the farming industry?
Yeah, of course, I would love to see the numbers growing significantly in the nearest time, but this will take, everyone's effort in terms of promoting this agriculture industry to the younger crowds. I would say that, first of all, with the help of the ministry, of course, the current incumbent ministry is doing their very best to promote and help those, young agropreneurs with the grants, with the loans, with the facilitations in terms of them to promote and export their products. So, of course, all of this will come hand in hand with, branding this agriculture industry, as a new source of wealth, for the younger crowds. Yeah.
Now, before we let you go, Arifin, I want to ask you. So, how's the process like to become a farmer and join NAFAS?
Okay, so basically for you, if you are a farmer, okay, so you can go online, you can also go to your nearest area farmers organization and you can fill in the form to apply for the membership to become one of the members for the area farmers organization nearby to your area. And then after 1 or 2 screening process, then if you are eligible, then you will be accepted into the membership to become one of the farmer members of our farmers organization. So from this farmers organization, there are lots and lots of opportunities, lots of benefit that you can gain from being a farmer members in farmers organization. So of course, we from NAFAS, the farmers organization at the national level, we also have 14 PPN, the state farmers organizations, and we have 280 area farmers organizations throughout Malaysia. So we are governed directly by an agency under the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, which is LPP, or Farmers Organization Authority. So this entity, this authority actually regulate and govern the running the day-to-day of these farmers organizations throughout Malaysia, as well as helping in terms of development and support for the farmers throughout lots of various development programs, training, and then some sort of grants,
trainings, and all that. Yeah. So would you say that farming in the near future under your management of NAFAS will be a very exciting one?
I hope so.
Okay, convincing enough. Now, of course, we are talking to Encik Faris Arifin. Before we let you go, your thoughts, your final thoughts on the organization and your hopes in the near future.
Okay, all right. So representing NAFAS, of course, I would love this organization to thrive in the future, to be more competitive, to be more sustainable in the future, business-wise, as well as taking care of the farmers' welfare. So from these 2 prongs, that the original aspirations of establishment of this farmers' organization throughout Malaysia. So I hope this aspiration and ambition can still be fulfilled throughout my tenure. And of course, in terms of the agriculture industry in general, I would love to see more and more younger crowds to represent themselves and join actively in this agriculture industry.
Well, thank you very much for that, Mr. Faris. I would also very much like to join this organization and be a farmer myself.
Okay.
But you have to teach me though.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right, that's all the time that we have for On the Table this wonderful evening. And we've been talking to NAFAS General Manager Muhammad Faris Arifin. A repeat of this episode's broadcast can be viewed again at the same time tomorrow and subsequent days on both, of course, RTM Click and MyTV's Berita RTM channel, which is also live streaming on YouTube. Till next Thursday, we'll discuss on another topic, so stay tuned for that. I'm Otto Othman, signing off.